Saying why were you creeping around late last night? Why did I see two shadows moving in your bedroom light? Now you're dressed in black when I left you were dressed in white. Can you feel me? Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome to TheSweeds React. I'm Hassan.
I'm Philip.
And today we're gonna react to Find the Booth, part 1, Akala. This was some request from some of our viewers.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I don't know, we haven't... the
first video
first one.
Was the first time I think both of we have seen the Fire in the Booth show.
Yeah.
But we're excited for this one. We have a... So yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. Let's just go into it. Part 1. Let go, guys.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Yo. Okay, yo. I like you. You're like a tiger. Yes, I grew up on a dole in a single parent family. Been through a little bit of tragedy. Yes, I was around drugs and violence before the day that I started secondary. That's part of it, not half of it. Get the picture, the rest ain't necessary. Growing up, got a little caught up. That ain't even half of my life. Also given the knowledge of self, that is all we actually need to survive. If you saw me, age 9, reading Malcolm, just fine. Teachers still treated me stupid. Students that couldn't speak English, they put me in groups with. The irony is, some of the first man to give me schooling, you were called gangsters. I already explained that we know what the truth is. They used to say, don't be like me. Yeah, I got a name and dough on the street. Nighttime comes, I can't sleep. It's the part that rappers don't speak. We don't hit the road cause we're thugs. Don't come out the room, wanna sell drugs. If we got the right guidance and love, would we fight people just like us? How could I knock the hustle to get by? How do you think I ate as a child? Judge no one, done many things wrong. Just don't boast about it in songs, but listen to my older bars. I was just as confused as you probably are, but you grow when you learn. Travel and cut, one too many man, you know, get caught up. One too many man that could have been doctors, end up spending the whole life boxed up. You learn if you study, so set out just to make them money. No cover, it's all about getting poor people to fight with one another. So it's logical that us killing our brothers, dissing our mothers is right in line with the dominant philosophy of our time. But time is a cycle, not a line. Comes back around, you regain your mind. You be ready for the energy I challenge in my rhyme. Remedy the pedigree, the jeopardy your mind. When the world's this leverage is a crime. We can all fight with our brothers over crumbs. Harder to fight the one who makes guns. We can all talk get $2. Harder to be the one who seeks knowledge. If we understood economics with no money's nothing, think nothing of it. Money is a means to get wealth, not the wealth itself. And don't get confused, far from broke. All that you see me do I own, but I won't hang what I make around my neck. I know from where that the diamonds came, but I do literally own a library that definitely costs more than your chain. And businesses and property, far from starving. I eat quite properly and I don't care, just said it for the kids who need to know you're not broke to listen. Don't know an asset from a liability, they've never been shown nor told the difference, so they don't change situation. Richest man in Britain is Asian, that's significant, not coincidence. Asian people build businesses not by flossing, going out shopping, giving up their culture for everyone's profit. Who runs Bollywood? Indian people. Who runs our ish? So we shake our ass and dance as if racism just upped and vanished. But has it? No, it's right on course. You're beaten so bad you're trained to ignore. Let me not just make sweeping statements. Give me a second, I'll explain it. For small amounts of drug possession, there's more black people in jail in America than there is for rape and armed robbery and murder all put together. You can say they're just locking up thugs. Imagine they're in prison, every middle class kid that had ever held drugs. Oh, that's right, that'd be your kids. Bigger than that, what is going on with this? Prison in America's private business. They get paid 50k per year per inmate by the state. Just wait, also legally are allowed to use their prison inmates as slaves. Cheap slave labor, big corporations, they come out of jail when they can't get a job. So when we celebrate going to jail, we are literally celebrating enslavement. Add to that, the hood that you live in, engineered social condition that breeds crime by design. Where do you think you get your... And you can say that they're just black, but I like to deal with facts. In the 1920s, you would have found in America black towns, prospering centers of economics to education to make you proud. But some people couldn't bear that the former slaves would not just lie down to the KKK and other hate groups. Burn those towns to the ground, killing hundreds if it ain't understood. You think you were always living in the hood? It's only been 60 years since they hung blacks and burned them, and that was so cool. They were your baskets, picnic baskets, even gave kids the day off school. Go see a lynching, have a picnic, it's fun to watch the little monkeys die. And people act a little dysfunctional, you wanna pretend that you don't know why. If your colour means you can be killed and you're powerless to get justice about it, is it difficult to figure out how you would then end up feeling about it? And that ain't excuses, just dealing with the roots of abuses that make a reality. We're a generation of young men speak of ourselves as dirt casually, that's America. America, this Britain. Something similar, some different. In this country, the first enslaved were the working class. What's changed? Worse jobs, worse conditions, most tax. Look where you live and yet you go to the pub. Friday night you will fight with a guy, don't know what for, won't fight with a guy. Shooting a tight who send your kids to die in a war. They don't send the kids to the rich or the politician, it's your kids, the poor British. They're the same to go and die in a foreign land for these wars that you don't understand. Yeah, they say you are British and that lovely patriotism they feed you, but in reality you have more in common with immigrants than with your leaders. I know both sides of my family, black and white, a fed ghetto mentality, reality in this system. Poor people dirt regardless of shade. But with that said, let's not pretend that everything is the same. When our grandparents came here to Britain, if you had a criminal record you couldn't get in. That ain't protecting from all of the stupid abuses they will be living. Kicked in the teeth, stabbed in the street, many times firebombed our houses, put feces through our letterbox, and of course the cops did so much about it. Daily, up to the 80s, people spitting in my palm cause I was a baby. But of course, that has had no effect on why today we are crazy. And none of this was for any good reason. They were just dark and grieving to ease the guilt now for all of this treatment. Constant stereotypes are needed. So if I celebrate how big that bricks that are flipping, clips that are sticking, chicks that I'm hitting, I'm playing my position. But if I teach a kid to be a mathematician, messing with the schism, how they gonna fill a prison when materialism is no longer our religion? What do you think we got now in Britain? Just like America, private prison, prison for profit. That mean when your kids go jail, people make money off it. So keep environments that breed crime, build more jails at the same time. Market badness to the kids in the rhymes. Long as rich kids ain't dying, it's fine. Get them to the point where some are so lost they actually believe if they don't celebrate killing themselves off. That it's because they're soft. Was Malcolm soft? Was Marley soft? Tell me, was Marcus Garvey soft? Well, was Muhammad Ali soft? Nah, I think not, but they want us to think that the road is cool. Being on road is all we could do. We don't control the wholesale production, so who benefits from us moving the food? All thinking there's no way out of road life, but Malcolm X used to hustle on the roadside. And Marcus Garvey organised more than 6 million people with no Facebook or Twitter. Why is it something you can't eat? One of my own homeboys did attend straight in the boxing yard. Now what's he doing? Passing his doctorate. Don't tell me that it's too hard. Who trained you to believe you're inferior? Songbo Ebedo in Nigeria are the remains of an ancient moat dug 1,000 years ago, 20 meters wide, 70 down. Round the remains of an ancient town that's 400 square miles around. 400 square miles around. Please don't believe me, it was a documentary on BBC, but we ain't studying history. Too busy watching MTV, and MTV said wear platinum. Now everybody wanna go and wear platinum, and MTV said pop magnums. Now everybody wanna go and pop magnum. If MTV said drink prune juice, you will start hearing that in tune soon. Hey, today I wore my Cartier. Is it now more important what I got to say? Oh, and I drive a Mercedes, by the way, so everybody listen to what I got to say. Does that make you all happy? But my head's still nappy. Think for myself, so some mad at me, but on the mic ain't not one bad as me. All of this here's good for the rhymes, put us in the same place at the same time, and it's clear to everybody I'm out of my mind. Some of these guys are running out of their rhymes, clear to everybody that has got ears. I'm the guy that they just might fear, that they wanna get near, but they can't have a peer. Oh dear, I'm hard liquor, you just like beer. Front on the kid for another 5 years. Come to my shows and some cry tears. Mean that much to them, it's a movement. I don't speak for myself, but a unit. Black, white, man, woman, anyone who respects truth we put in. Dudes are like no dinner, we're just pudding. Yeah, you're sweet but no substance pudding. You can never ever be with a level on. Our songs get played out there in Lebanon. We speak for the people properly, not for the old fat guys in offices and the girls loving. It ain't fair, you can't even be bothered to comb his hair. Anyway, that's enough kissing my own ass. Back to the more important task of being so shower. I got half the hood screaming, knowledge is power. And I ain't saying that'll change rap back, but I do know this for a fact. Right now there's a youth on your block with his hands on his face screwed up. So he don't care, don't give a that he won't let nobody call his bluff, but the words go in. Open your shackles, once that's happened there is no going backwards. You start to see what is really happening, who the enemy you should be attacking is. So read, stuck on the block, read, sitting in the box, read, don't let them say what you can achieve. Cause when people are enslaved, one of the first things they do is stop them reading. Cause it is well understood that intelligent people will take their freedom. Cause if we knew our power, we would understand we can't be held down. If we knew our power, we would not elevate not one of these clowns. If we knew our power, we wouldn't get arrogant when we get 2 pennies. If we knew our power, we would see what everybody sees, that we're rich already. But never mind MCs, go run for your mummy. I'm hungry, I run for my tummy. That's enough, back to worshipping money. I'm off, back to the study. Man!
Where to start?
That guy again. Oh my god.
Where to start? What the?
Charlie Sloan.
Hey, brother!
That mic.
I don't know, was that all of it? The first part? Yes, it was.
Now that is what you call fire in the booth. Not only they come with real crazy flows, the bars are crazy, the punchlines are crazy. They had a message, man.
Yeah. And that was awesome. Well, where to start, man?
Being completely honest, many times I didn't hear what he said really. It was so fast, but you can hear about really like the, you know, for some the most like couple of like stereotypes of people like Chinamen and Indians and what the fuck.
Well, to me, it's like we already know much of this. Like in the USA, they put people in prison, especially blacks and Mexicans, and they make a profit of them. It's another way of doing slavery or whatever you can call it. The 13th Amendment.
Yeah.
That was what he's speaking about, and then also the like you have cultures like black people that do music and sports and all that, and then that is okay. So it's like, oh, well, if you're a star, then they don't see your color, but then they can appropriate your stuff like your music and all that, and they can use it, but it's not the same anymore. It's not I don't know what you call it, when you appropriate somebody else's culture and use it, wear baggy clothes and sing hip hop music, and it goes better for them because they can play on the radio songs if you're white. It's not like that for everybody, but a lot of that shit is true, man. And then the thing is that about keeping people uneducated, then you can rule them better,
Yeah, I really crashed that, yeah.
Because you had also, like, say in Africa, after you have countries that are colonizers for a long time, and then they own the industries and they own the companies, everything. So even if you do a revolution and you kick out every white person in the country, who's gonna I don't know, do everything?
Yeah, exactly.
Because the people that are left there, they don't have the knowledge.
But more like this, it's like a system, really.
Yeah. We're all living in like this. Somehow we're still slaves. I don't know. In other countries more or less. In Sweden, maybe not that much, but I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's and also a good way of controlling people is just to make them fight against each other, make them tell them that they are different and they should, like going into a country in Africa, instead of the poor people thinking about how should we change our country, they start, instead of thinking about their neighbors and fighting, so they start. I get it, man. Most of these things. So I don't know. As a white guy, how do you feel listening to this shit? It's your fault. Didn't you know that? I'm just kidding. But the system.
Goddamn.
Yeah, I know. But sometimes when white people watch this, I don't know. Do you see it differently? Do you hear it differently? I don't know. You do.
Well, like I'm just from like a small Swedish town in the north. Like I haven't been like
exposed to that.
Exposed, exactly. I never been exposed to that. It's like a very small Swedish town. Like of course I've been to the capital, Sweden, like Stockholm, but just for a brief while. But I've never been to like the, if you call the urban areas in Stockholm or something like that. But I never been really exposed to this.
But I wouldn't want to live like.
But of course I know like the situation is for people. Like
you put them in categories and then you somehow.
That's not cool though.
That sounds.
That's not cool.
That's not cool. You treat them less like humans. I don't know. And also, when a lot of people of the same culture or background, they move to the same places, so it becomes like a ghetto.
Exactly. Because also
that's a safe way to do it, because it's like a safety net or something. You would rather live with your own kind because you feel like safer than live out in the woods and get lynched someday. If you're unlucky. It's not that common in Sweden. The racism here is more subtle. It's more fine-tuned, more beautiful like that. You don't see it. It's not outright lynched them, hang them in a tree or something. Keep people uneducated. You can rule them better.
But that's actually like really the truth. Like education is really like the key for like.
Yeah. Because a lot of people live in their own bubble. They don't see what is going on around them. They don't want to see what is going on around them.
And also that the people around the world don't have the access to education.
Yeah, that's true.
And Yeah, but now we go way deep now. This is deep.
It was,
stuff.
it's like
yeah.
it's like I always I see these things, I know these things, I think about these things, but then when it comes to the solutions, I really don't have any.
We're not politicians.
We're not politicians, so we don't really know
that's
how
not
to.
A job, but we know there's a problem. But you know, that's for the politicians to make something.
Yeah, but you know what? We're gonna continue on this subject, and I don't know. We're gonna watch more of the second one and the third one. So we would appreciate if you leave some comments. You know, educate us, man. We are we don't know that much, and also you know.
And we too also noticed in the
first one,
in the first comments that people, I don't know, not complain, but write down that we didn't talk. We shouldn't talk when the visit was going on. So that's why we were.
So we're trying something new. So if you like that better, if you are supposed to be quiet and listen, or if you like when people are reacting and talking at maybe pause sometimes and talk at the same.
Maybe we should pause.
Yeah, we maybe would have, because I think what we did wrong now. Also, we let all of it go away to the end, and then you forget some of things, because when you're watching and you're like, yeah, I get what he's saying there. I know what it means, and then you just keep on watching, and then it comes another one, and then you all of a sudden forget what you wanted to start with.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna get better as we keep on doing this. So yeah, please subscribe, and I hope you enjoy it, and you come back and watch with us.
Yeah.
Have a good day, man.
Yeah.
Adios.